sport. It's my life on the track, been breaking my back. About to crack through the top and never stop. I'm a war machine on the streets, whether the course is green or one-man team. Better pump your fist when you jump with this. I'm the best, you're on your list, just watch, don't miss.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this very special interview where I am joined by the #1 contender for the Impact World Champion, Mr. W. Morrissey.
What's going on, man? I'm doing really, really well. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you for the opportunity, man.
I appreciate it. So this is the first time I've had the pleasure of talking to you. So I have to start off by asking, how does it feel to come into Impact and show all of us fans who missed you when you weren't on weekly programming exactly what you can do at the next level?
Yeah, it's been a real blessing. Impact gave me the opportunity to come in and exactly show everyone what I'm capable of. And I think coming in with a different mindset, happier, healthier, sober, and very, very focused on wrestling and no other distractions. I've been able to show just what I'm capable of, how talented I am, and I've improved week after week after week, and it's only going to keep going uphill. I'm only going to keep improving. So I'm really, really grateful that Impact gave me the opportunity. I'm grateful that the fans, have stuck with me and have, really, really cheered me on after everything. So I really appreciate that.
Well, with, everything that you had going on at the time, as a personal fan myself, obviously I've seen you from elsewhere and just loved everything that I saw. It's amazing to see you come out the other side and to see you looking as great as you do today with the new mindset and just showing people how much of a star that you can be. And it's phenomenal. I've suffered with similar issues, so it's very special to see someone who can do that.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me know that.
Thank you. Well, of course, now you are with Impact. Fans can tune in and see you every week on Impact Plus and on Impact Insiders on YouTube. When someone signs for a wrestling company, I'd have to imagine a part of the reason is the roster you're going to be joining. Now, Impact have never had a drought in the talent department. So who on the roster made you excited to be a member of that illustrious Impact Wrestling locker room?
Shit, so many. I'd have to start at the top in terms of backstage, Tommy Dreamer and D'Lo and, the writing team there, Jimmy Jacobs and Robert. On that aspect, I was excited to go just before you even get to the talent end of things. But then, Moose, Eddie Edwards, Rich Swann, Willie Mack, Josh Alexander, Jake something. Myers, Cardona. There's so many guys, but there's so many talented in-ring performers in Impact, and that was a huge reason that I decided to go to Impact Wrestling. I felt like it was going to give me the opportunity to obviously show what I can do in terms of personality and charisma, but I really, really wanted to show people what I could do, in ring. And I think I've showed them that I can, and I was given the opportunity because of the guys I've been in there with.
Definitely. Impact have always been great when they bring people in to showcase and give not only the individual superstar, but the fans to really get to see of what this person can do. And it's worked wonders for you. As I've said, you can tell that you have that star power, and it's great to see. How are you enjoying your time at Impact so far?
Loving it. I've loved every minute of it. It's been fantastic. It's a great company. Everybody there is great from top to bottom. Talent, great guys, and the women, everybody's fantastic. And they have Starbucks at every TV, so backstage and catering. So that's a huge plus. But yeah, I've loved being at Impact. I've loved performing. The fans at Impact are so rabid, man. They're just so passionate. It's probably the best thing about being in Impact is the fans.
Definitely. Now we'll move on to your titanic battle of the Claw. You face Impact World Champion Moose February 19th at No Surrender live on Impact Plus. What can we expect to see from you when you challenge for that title?
Man, it's going to be two big guys beating the hell out of each other. I think you're going to truly get to see the athleticism and just, the physical gifts that Moose has, and he's already showcased. Being in there with a guy my size, I don't think he's been in there with many guys my size, so he could really showcase that. And on my end, just showcase why I'm a main eventer, why I'm a star, why I have that star power, and why I should be, the guy in Impact Wrestling. So, all that being said, again, I'll reiterate, it's going to be two big dudes beating the hell out of each other, and for a world championship. So it's going to be really entertaining for the fans, and really not entertaining and very physically demanding for Moose and I.
Definitely. I mean, me and many others are looking forward to seeing that. As mentioned, you're going into that match against Moose. Moose is notoriously known for having a trick or two up his sleeve in these kind of matches. How are you preparing for a match against someone who always brings so many unknown variables to a table?
You can't prepare, because if I was able to predict what trick he had up his sleeve, he wouldn't have a trick. It's always what you least expect. It's always something out of left field. So I can't focus on that outside noise. That's not something I should be focused on. I just got to keep doing what I've been doing day to day today since getting to Impact. Same routine, same level of intensity in the gym and studying and all that. And I just have to keep doing what I've been doing, because up until this point, it's clearly been working. So same everything. And just hope that whatever surprise he has, whatever trick he has up his sleeve, I'm able to thwart like that. But not really thinking about those aspects of the match.
Well, if you're successful at No Surrender, who would you like to see step up to the plate and try and take a slice of that Impact title pie? Josh
Alexander. I think he got screwed at Bound for Glory. I think everybody knows he got screwed. And I think he fully deserves another opportunity at the Impact World Championship. And I'd love to be the guy to give him that opportunity. And he's definitely on the top of the list when it comes to guys I'd like to defend the title against. And Josh Alexander, hell of a performer, works his ass off, really, really hard working, inspires me to work harder. I don't know if he knows that, but yeah, he's always in the gym, just always working really hard. And it shows. So yeah, he's an inspiration to me. So he's the guy that I'd really want to give title opportunity to.
I think that's a match that many people would be excited to see. The clash of styles, the athleticism that obviously we know Josh has, but then that you've shown, I think would be very interesting for a spectator. On the flip side, obviously in that ring, anything can go down. If you were to lose, what would be next for you?
That's a really good question. I haven't even thought about losing. So it really put me on the spot, because my mind has just been, I'm winning. And what am I going to do after I win? If I lose, go back to the drawing table, man, and try to figure out a way to get another opportunity at the Impact World Championship. But yeah, I don't have anything prepared right now for if I lose, but I've faced adversity before. I've been facing adversity my entire life. So I think whatever comes my way, I'll be able to overcome it. So not thinking about it now, but I can promise you, if I do lose, I'll be right back at the top sometime very quickly after.
I've been hitting you with some serious questions about No Surrender, so now I've got to ask one that's purely based out of my curiosity. You've gone from wrestling in the stereotypical wrestling attire with the trunks, knee pads. Yes. I want to know, how uncomfortable is it to wrestle in jeans?
The jeans are really uncomfortable, but what's even more uncomfortable is the Timberland boots. It's not that it's just for that type of activity and that type of movement. It's those are really heavy boots. So being in jeans and Timbs is a lot more difficult than typical wrestling attire. But I feel like there's a lot of advantages to wearing what I wear. And, when I boot someone in the face wearing a steel toe boot or Timberland boot, instead of a wrestling boot, it hurts a whole hell of a lot more. So
I can imagine if I go hiking and I don't see a half an inch thing on the ground and I don't raise my foot properly in Timberlands, I'm straight down. So I can't imagine having to maneuver in that ring very quickly, which makes it even more impressive. And finally, if any of our viewers have been living under a rock and have never seen an Impact pay-per-view, what would you say to them to convince them that No Surrender, February 19th, live on Impact Plus, is a must-see event?
Well, I'll go down the list. First of all, Saturday, February 19th, the crowd in New Orleans is going to be on fire. That crowd is always passionate, especially the Impact fans in New Orleans. From top to bottom, the card is stacked with some of the best professional wrestlers in the world. And in my opinion, the best in-ring wrestling promotion going right now. That's my opinion. I've seen that opinion online also. I think people are really, really into what Impact is doing right now. So biased, yeah, as someone that's there, I'd say it's the best professional wrestling on the planet right now. I guarantee you that you're going to be entertained. It's a lot of physically gifted people. And even if you're not a wrestling fan, something's going to catch your eye, because some of the things that, the guys and women on the roster can do are just incredible. That would be my basic pitch right now on the spot.
I can agree entirely. Obviously, I'm a fan of Impact as a Team Venom as a whole, which is what I'm a part of, which is why we've got such a great relationship with you guys. There's no bias from us. The best thing about Impact, and I've said this before when I was speaking to D'Lo Brown, is wrestling can be like a circus. You might not go for the acrobats, but you go for the elephants. There's something for everybody. Impact manages to just make that perfect down to a T. So it's perfect for every kind of fan.
Very well said. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me, sir. I appreciate it immensely. And it's been a pleasure to talk to you.
It's been a pleasure here. Thank you very much, man.
Very welcome. You guys can catch Impact No Surrender February 19th live on the Impact Plus.